When I was a kid, my mum used to buy me Bionicle sets as a reward. Years later, I stopped building Lego completely. For almost 5 years, not a single Lego set. The one small Lego Star Wars set changed everything. That one purchase eventually turned into 600 Lego sets, a dedicated Lego room, millions of views across social media, and now this YouTube channel. So today I want to tell you how that happened. I'll share you my Lego journey, how this collection came to be, what to expect from this channel, and also be answering some questions sent in by the community. Let's get into it. For those who don't know me, my name is Joe. I'm 30, originally from the UK, moved to Australia back in 2009, and most recently I became a dad. My daughter is 7 weeks old. It's an exciting time, exhausting, and has made finding time to build Lego a little bit harder. But honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. I've loved Lego for as long as I can remember, and one of my earliest Lego memories actually involves swimming lessons. Whenever I did really well in a lesson or completed a swimming certificate, my mum used to reward me with a Bionicle set. I remember trying so hard in those lessons because I knew there was a Bionicle set waiting for me at the end. Looking back now, that's probably when the obsession started. As a kid, my favorite themes were obviously Bionicle, Star Wars, Exo Force, Harry Potter, and Indiana Jones. And I did have Lego sets before my swimming lessons. One of my oldest sets is Set 711 Droid Fighter. Somehow this small set survived traveling halfway across the world, been broken down and rebuilt more times than I can count, and it's still here sitting in my collection. Like a lot of adult fans of Lego, I did go through what we call a dark age. Mine started around while my family was preparing to travel to Australia. Money was tight, everything was focused on making this move happen. Once we arrived, life moved on, school took over, video games took over, and Lego slowly disappeared from my life. For almost 5 years, I didn't buy or build a single Lego set. At the time, I didn't think much of it, and I thought that part of my life was behind me. And then something happened, and it brought me right back. I was going through a really tough time, didn't really feel like myself anymore. And to cheer me up, my mum took me out to the shops, we had a walk around, and I saw one small Lego Star Wars set on sale. Nothing huge, nothing rare, just one small Lego Star Wars set. But the moment I saw it, something clicked. My mum ended up buying it for me, and later that day I ended up building it. And honestly, for the first time in years, all the stress disappeared. I wasn't thinking about anything else. I was just present, building. And that feeling reminded me exactly why I loved Lego as a kid. From that moment, I dug out all my old Lego sets, started rebuilding, started displaying, and before long, that one small Star Wars set became two became nearly 600 Lego sets. Looking back now, that one small Lego Star Wars set is probably the reason I'm sitting here making this video today. Fast forward to today, and things might have got slightly out of hand. I currently own just over 590 Lego sets, and 390 of those are Star Wars. So yes, I have a small Star Wars problem. My favorite set in my collection is 75060, the Ultimate Collector Series Slave 1. This was my first UCS set, and probably the one I have broken down and rebuilt more than any other. And every time I was going through a breakup or was having a hard day, that set was there to be rebuilt once more, to take my mind off everything. And before we jump into your questions, there is one more set that I'd like to showcase to you, because while the Slave 1 is my favorite, there's one other special Star Wars set in my heart, and the reason why this collection exists. This little set right here. Without this, none of this happens. No Lego room, no collection, no social media, no YouTube channel. It's funny how one small set can completely change the direction of your life, and that's why this will always have a special spot in my collection. I started posting Lego content at the beginning of September last year on Instagram, and then 1 week later I made my first ever TikTok. And the reason was quite simple. I thought I had a kick-ass Lego room, but sadly, no one got to see it. So I started posting videos and photos of my collection just to showcase what I had and what I had built. Honestly, I thought only a handful of people would see it. What I never expected was this amazing Lego community. I have met so many amazing people because of Lego. People who understand why we do this, why we buy the sets. People who find building Lego just as relaxing and therapeutic as I do. I started this journey just wanting to show off my collection. I never expected to make so many friends along the way. And that's probably been my favorite part. But why YouTube? As much as I love short form content, I've come to realize I really enjoy making longer videos. I want to do proper reviews, longer let's builds, collection updates, live streams. I want to discuss with you guys about upcoming sets and retiring sets. Maybe one day even inspiring someone to buy their first Lego set. This channel is going to be for anyone who loves Lego. Yes, it might be a bit Star Wars heavy at the start, but I want this channel to be about all Lego themes. So if it's Lego, there's probably a good chance we'll chat about it. All right, let's get into your questions. No Brick Deal asks, what are your thoughts on Cloud City? I think it's really cool, but way too overpriced. I've seen people pay upwards of 10K for just 700 pieces. Yes, the minifigs are cool, but it's not my thing. Probably will never own one. Probably won't even see one in person. Boxed or built, so... But yeah, it is cool. Schmick Bricks asks, apart from Star Wars, what are your favorite nostalgic sets from when you were a kid, and do you still have them? I've mentioned Bionicle in the video already, but I also have these really cool buildable knights, as well as some old school Harry Potter sets, and some Exoforce ones. I still have all of them, I just need to rebuild them. But yeah, as you can see, definitely have seen some better days. But I love playing with these guys and the Bionicles when I was a kid. Alyssa Keaton asks, what's your favorite Lego set that you've ever built? Favorite build is a tough one, but it might have to be the one sitting right behind me. Set 75419, the Death Star. Or as most people like to call it, the Death Slice. This was my biggest build, had so many fun building techniques, ton of minifigs and stickers. And yes, I am one of the few people out there who enjoyed the stickers. Ramel Reveals asks, I'd like to know what's one Lego, no way am I ever doing this for you. It's torn between building the Eiffel Tower or building a Technic set. Both of them seem just unenjoyable for me. Either it's really repetitive or really tedious, and I just don't think I have the patience for something like that. So that is something I would probably never do. Zach MC asks, are you excited for the Sangrada Familia set to come out, and are you going to buy this set? If you get the set, what are your thoughts on the piece count and how much possible repetition there would be in this set? I'm excited for this set to come out. It's not my thing, so I probably won't buy it, but I'm excited to see other people build it, tell me their thoughts, see the building techniques on other people's content. But yeah, I probably will never get it. So the next couple of questions are from my friend the Brick Bear, and he asks, what set has Lego not made that you'd want? I'd love to see the Stinger Mantis from the Jedi games. I know there's a couple of really cool ones in Rebrickable, but I'd love to see an official Lego set. Or a really cool Ultimate Collector Series Jedi Temple. Throw a bunch of Jedis in there, throw a bunch of clones in there. I think it'd be really cool and really popular, but I know Lego will probably never make one. What hobbies do you do outside of Lego? At the moment, I don't do too much besides work, build Lego, and just hang out with my 7-week-old daughter. But when I do get the chance, I love to work out. I've got a gym in the garage, and I'm also a big fan of video games. Not very good at them, but I enjoy them. But a couple of years ago, I was a pro wrestler, and I'd love to get back into that if my body allows it. But yeah, not too much, to be honest. He also asks, what's your favorite Lego theme? Botanicals. Just kidding, it is obviously Star Wars. This one's a funny one. Is your favorite color gray? Surprisingly, no. It is blue, but don't look at my Lego room because 90% of the sets in here are gray. And the last one, what made you go from playing with Lego as a kid to collecting an insane amount of Lego? Adult money, but it also helps me mentally. After a stressful day, nothing beats building a Lego set, having a movie on in the background, and it just takes all the stress away, all your worries, and yeah, you get that feeling of pride once you finish a set and you can see and say, I built that. And yeah, let me know if you guys feel the same way every time you build a set. This is only the beginning. I'd love to show you guys my collection. We have some Let's Builds, we have some reviews, we have some funny skits, as well as, let's be honest, probably too much Lego Star Wars content. So if any of that sounds like a bit of you, I'd love to have you along for the ride. Thank you so much for watching, and let's go build something.